Broadcasting from the Evergreen Media Network studios in Vero Beach, Florida. It's Huntin with Heather.
Hey y'all, welcome to Hunt with Heather. I am your host, Heather Hawk. This is season 2, episode 9. If you're new, welcome. This show is dedicated to all those who love to hunt, love the outdoors, and those who want to learn more. Whether you're a seasoned hunter or a green hunter, this show's going to be packed full of information. We're going to talk deer, turkey, and everything in between. And of course, you can't forget about the stories that keep us coming back for more. So grab a seat, sit back, and let's talk hunting. Before I introduce my guest today, I want to give a shout out to my sponsor, Jake Witt with State Farm. Yes, that's right. It's the OG, the original Jake with State Farm. If you're looking for an agent who wants to save you money, who truly cares about you and your family, you're going to want to reach out to Jake. We have our car insurances, our utility insurances through him, and our life insurance policies. And it's just nice because it's a one-stop shop. So reach out to Jake at 772-500-5253. And of course, I got to give a shout out to the boys at Boars and Broads, B&B. If you love hogs and running dogs, this is going to be your jam. Go check them out. B&B, Boars and Broads. Man, guess what, y'all? Happy New Year's. Happy New Year. It is 2025. We are 9 days into the new year. And if you guys know me, I'm one of those people. I love to set goals for the new year. I love a new year. I love to reset. And this topic that we're going to talk about is perfect because one of my goals this year is to become better at archery hunting. And so I think I put it on one of my little videos I do in the mornings, and that was one of my goals. And so I want to be able to draw back more poundage and just practice more and be more committed. So my guest today is Ploszay, and she is with Indian River Archer. Welcome.
Thank you. Yes, I just got elected the new president of the club. Indian River Archers has been incorporated as a nonprofit in Indian River County since 1989.
I didn't realize that we talked about that the other day, and I'm like, I didn't realize they had been a club for that long.
Isn't that incredible?
Yeah.
A lot of the community has no idea that this is, a community resource.
Yes.
Yeah, the memberships are really inexpensive. And one of my goals for this year, speaking of goals, is to just increase awareness that this exists for our community, to be able to come out. It's great for families. I've been going out since I was knee-high to a grasshopper. That's what they used to like to say. Yeah. They called me Grace because I tripped over everything.
Hey, that's what I call myself too, so I get it.
Yeah. But so I was out there when I was young. I raised my kids out on the range, and coming back into it as in a leadership sort of role is going to be really fun because I've got a lot of great initiatives and ideas for this year.
I know. I love the range, actually. And it's such a nice, it's in a quiet little spot in North Vero, North Indian River.
Yeah, it's out by the fairgrounds, sort of like by the Humane Society.
Yes.
There's actually 22 acres of undeveloped land that we've built trails through for our tournaments. So it's a really peaceful area.
Yeah, I didn't realize there was that many acres. Because I've been out there, but it just didn't seem like it was that big. But that's really nice that the county gives that to you. And I know you did say it's part of a
we do pay a rent on a lease for it, and we have insurance. So there's some expenses involved with running the club. So increasing membership so that we can reach some goals to be able to bolster it for the community is something that I'm focused on this year.
I think that's great. Yeah, definitely. So if you're listening or watching, this would be a great time. You guys, as you're setting goals, and I know maybe it's like to be more active, get the kids outdoors, be active with your kids outdoors. This is the perfect opportunity.
Right. And it really helps with, learning some of those core values like self-control and, control of your body and social mannerisms and stuff like that. And it's great practice for, I've always said, like, I'm not raising children, I'm raising adults. And having a kind of a mentality like that, it's a great community to come out with the family.
It is. So with with the kids being involved, what would you say would be a good age to start that you've seen an experience? What would be a good age?
Well, it depends on, everybody's unique and
Sure.
everybody has their own learning style and timeline. But I would say as soon as you're able to follow direction, then we're ready for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely, my granddaughters both, at my house, we have targets set up, and I have the beginner, the first one that you get, that little tiny bear bow, little compound bow, and they love it.
I actually have my first arrow that I ever shot. It's about this big.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I keep it. It's a for those of you listening, we're talking about maybe 14 inches long.
Just a little thing.
Yeah.
But they love it. They go out there with me. They watch me shoot. They want to let me, I want to do this with you. So yeah, they really enjoy it. And again, you're outside.
Yeah. And one of the things that I'd like to implement is getting sponsors and getting some secure storage out there so that we can outfit a kids closet and then host kids days for the community to come out and just give it a try.
I think that's great. Well, I was telling you on the phone, I definitely have I have a few arrows that I would definitely donate. They're youth.
Yeah, and if anybody out there has old equipment that they'd like to donate to the club, I'm actually opening the members only. It's a members only property, so I'm actually opening it every Wednesday to the community from 4 o'clock to dark. So come out and try it. Just give it a shot.
Yeah.
And if anybody out there has old equipment that we could use for maybe those people who are interested and they're not ready to buy equipment yet, they want to see if they want to shoot compound bows or long bows or recurve.
Yep, the traditional.
And how many pounds do they need? Is it even going to work with that shoulder replacement I had last year? That kind of stuff.
Right. So yeah, because it's funny. I shoot the compound bow, but I've shot one of the I think it was a recurve. Mm-hmm. Way different, completely different, and but so much fun. And I was out at there was a range in Sebastian, and I happened to be there with and these gentlemen were there. They were so nice. They're like, hey, you want to try to shoot this recurve, or I can't remember. I think it was a recurve bow. Mm-hmm. It was fun, it was just like, oh my gosh, way different, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I shoot a longbow myself, and I've tried all of them, but shooting a recurve or a longbow, it's kind of more like throwing a ball. The more you throw the ball, the more you can throw it to where you want it to throw to.
That's the bow that you like to use.
Yeah, that's the bow I like to use. Yeah.
Okay.
So, and that's what I train my kids on as well. But yesterday, when we had our open event to the community, we had some people come out with this little bitty Mongolian style bows because they compete in shooting from a horseback.
Yes.
Which was really cool.
Yeah.
And I'd never really seen that in person before, so it was really interesting.
That is interesting. I didn't realize. Yeah, I have a friend up in Sebastian that does it from a horse, and from the horse, or however you want to call it. And it's talk about.
Yeah. So it's interesting because there's so many different styles, and we just don't allow any broadheads and no crossbows out on the range. Yeah,
I was going to ask you about crossbows, if you allow those or not.
No. Okay. No, our insurance doesn't cover that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we want to be safe out there.
So nothing against crossbows, but it's like basically shooting a gun.
Yeah.
With an arrow.
That's right.
It really is. I don't shoot one, but I know a lot of people that do. And there's a big, in the hunting world, there's a big, controversy about it. They're like, oh, crossbows. So anywho, so I'm excited about this because...
Yeah, so we have the Wednesday open. Come out and try it out. Or if you're not a member and you're used to shooting bows, we do everything from yesterday. We had somebody come out who's never touched a bow in their life. And then we have people who are like, oh, I had no idea this was here. I've been shooting in my backyard. And it's great to be able to shoot with other people.
Definitely.
So we do that on Wednesdays from 4 to dusk. And then, so if you guys want to connect, just come out on Wednesday after work. And then on the 3rd Saturday of every month, we host a 3D tournament where we put out these life-size foam animal targets off in the bush. And we go around in small groups shooting and scoring. And it's kind of fun to do a little tournament there. See if your practice is paying off.
Yeah, the tournaments are really fun. I've done a few myself, and they're awesome. I did one, R100. It's 100 targets.
Wow, that's
you could break
grueling.
it up in a couple days. I think we did 50, 50 targets.
Yeah.
But they have all kinds of like targets. I mean, they had dinosaurs. They had,
neat.
it was super cool. But I've done I've done it out there with Indian River Archery. That one's really fun too. So I encourage you guys to definitely check it out and try it. Let's take a quick break and then we'll run into some more things. Okay?
Sure. Sounds
All
good.
right.
Paris Family Chiropractic understands after a long day in the woods, tracking and hunting, your back might be crying out louder than a call to the wild. Paris Family Chiropractic specializes in back, neck, and shoulder pain relief, carpal tunnel, disc injury treatment, headaches and migraines, sciatica treatment, and so much more. Get back to your prime hunting form. Visit ParisFamilyChiro.com and schedule your appointment today. Paris Family Chiropractic, Vero Beach.
Mystic Pizza is now playing. It's the journey of 3 working-class girls navigating love, life, and family in a small-town pizza joint. It's a story with unforgettable moments. And the music, oh, it's a feast of 80s and 90s mega hits. Classics from Cyndi Lauper, Bryan Adams, Melissa Etheridge, and more. Mystic Pizza is now playing at Vero's beautiful Riverside Theater between now and January 26th. Get your best tickets now at the box office or riversidetheater.com.
The Fellsmere Frog Leg Festival is the biggest frog leg festival in the world, January 16th through the 19th. But it's more than just frog legs and gator tail. There are hundreds of booths with unique gifts, great live music, and a midway full of carnival rides and games galore. Admission and parking are free. Marine Bank and Comcast present the Fellsmere Frog Leg Festival, January 16th through the 19th. froglegfestival.com.
Hey you! Host your very own show every week at Evergreen Media Network in Vero Beach. Go live to YouTube and Facebook with up to 4 people and your very own producer. Be heard on more than 15 podcast platforms and local radio. All you have to do is show up and talk. Your guests can join from anywhere in the world. It's easy to get started with the largest podcast studio on the Treasure Coast. Contact Evergreen Media to tour the studio.
Welcome back to Huntin' with Heather. If you have been listening, we've been talking with Indian River Archer, Crystal from Indian River Archer. And so, Crystal, let's talk a little bit about, I know we were just talking about the range that you guys have there. And so from my perspective, I love that you guys have a range out there, the 3D courses, because as a hunter, it's really important for us to practice throughout the year, not like the day before opening in September. So, and you guys have these meets that you do once a month, the third Thursday of the month.
Yep, the 3D tournament.
Third Saturday of the month,
Saturday
correct?
Of the month.
And so, but what I think is super cool, and so you mentioned when you guys had your, last night, you had people come out and they were talking about how serene and so how peaceful it was out there.
Yeah, in a world where everything is just go, 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 and like there's just so much going on and the phones are dinging and you've got meetings and kids and family and what are we going to eat? Again, decide that.
Yeah.
That's
reality.
the comments were like, when your bow's at full draw, like nothing else exists but that moment. And it's almost like a meditation of sorts. So going out there and just suddenly nobody's in a hurry.
Yeah.
You know?
It is. That's how it is. And when I tell you from a hunter's perspective, when you're at full draw and you have that animal in front of you, the adrenaline, like I have actually like thought my bow was broken because I couldn't pull back because the adrenaline that is rushing through my body. Now I've drawn my bow back thousands of times or whatever, and I couldn't pull my bow back because I had this animal in front of me and I was like, you're just trying to and then I was able to, you learn.
That muscle memory kicks in.
Yeah. And you definitely, and you have to, so it's really good to be a part of these clubs and to be a part of this club.
Yeah. The camaraderie is amazing, and you learn more from teaching than you learn just doing things automatically by your muscle memory as well.
Absolutely.
So that that kind of like brain tithing that you get when you're in a community of like-minded people can be really powerful motivation for yourself, as well as, the give back to others around you.
Yes. And I know we were talking, you and I off camera, you don't have to be hunting. There's a lot of people that don't hunt. Like actually the majority of people there really
Recreational
don't,
shooters.
recreational
Yeah.
shooters.
Yeah.
So if you're listening to this or watching this, you don't have to hunt. Just go out there and try it.
Or bring your hunting stuff out. No broadheads. But bring your hunting stuff out. Try out your new equipment. Break it in.
Yes.
Don't go out there with shiny stuff to hunt. Rub some dirt on it.
That's right. Yes. Get some smell, get some stuff on there. So, and I think the meets, the tournaments are great because you can put as much pressure on yourself as you want, right? So we always have a great time. My husband's usually there. We have a few other friends that do it with us. And my husband and I are sort of competitive, but he's been doing it a lot longer than I have. But yeah, so it's just, it's a little pressure. So it kind of maybe resembles a little bit of being actually out in the field, actually in the woods or something hunting. But it's a great time. A great time.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So let's talk a little bit too. So you're new at this, like president.
Oh, yeah. I've been the president for just over a week. And in that time, I've been able to develop some goals and initiatives that we'd like to do. Now it's all ideas right now. So there's going to be a lot of play within that. But with my experience, now we haven't mentioned yet, but I own Unicorn Epoxy, local here in town. Been doing concrete for years. And running that company, plus being the vice president for the Women's Association of Concrete Professionals, that's also a nonprofit. So I have a good idea of how everything can fall into place to be able to make this beautiful resource a little bit more integrated with our community.
I think it's great. We need that. We need people to know that this is there.
And if you have a local business, please reach out and we can develop some sort of sponsorship. I'd like to, like I said, implement Kids Days to bring the community out and maybe host music events and
that'd be great.
Little trade stuffs and just use the property.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely. Because there's things that you can buy for your bows and all. There's tons of stuff that you guys, people could have, like you said, come out there and sell, trade. Do a little,
and even just the shop talk, getting in front of people who do what you do. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely have enjoyed. I've been out there, like I said, I've been out there before, and I definitely enjoyed my time out there. I've done a couple of tournaments out of the county and stuff like that, and it's just so much fun. Maybe you could do partner, because I know Okeechobee does one. Maybe we could
Brevard County.
Brevard.
There's a Traditional Bow Hunters of Florida. They do some shoots there. They do benefits and stuff. My daughter actually got second in the state when she was young out there in Ocala. So, it's a place where your kids could really have a lot of pride in what they're doing, and they go back to school and they feel really cool.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah. Absolutely. There's something about shooting a bow. I'm not going to lie. It does there's some empowerment behind it. Jesse, can you put that picture back up? Because I think this is a great picture. Can you, so if you're listening, she'll explain, if you can explain this picture to us.
Yeah, so this is a picture of my sister and I with my son and my father. Now my son's 18 now and my sister's grown and I think she's a banker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then the next picture is actually a picture of my little sister. I think she was 5 years old in this photo with the previous, one of our previous presidents, Big Rex, we call him. And he's there training her on how to shoot a bow. And look at that little stance.
Look at her.
Yeah.
She's so great. If you guys are, you can't see it, but what a great, I love it. Yeah, this is one of my granddaughters. I always really practice hard with them on this. So you've been involved in this club off and on for a long time.
For a long time, yeah.
So you're the perfect fit then.
Oh, thank you.
It was just meant to be. I'm sure they appreciate it too.
Yeah, I didn't go to the meeting with the intention of doing this, but see a need, fill a need.
Yeah.
You know, and I
it.
encourage everybody to reach out to me. You can find me personally on Facebook. You can find the Indian River Archers page on Facebook. You can find me at Unicorn Epoxy or on Wednesdays after work. I'll be out there at the range personally.
What is that address? It's 70. No, what's the address out there?
Look up Look up the Indian River Archers on the Google map, and it will guide you.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you reach out to me, I can send you a screenshot and circle the property.
Okay.
But it's just kind of by the fairgrounds, the soccer field.
Soccer fields, yeah.
Yeah, just before you get to Humane
It's on that
Society
side
on
road,
that
that's right.
77th, I think it is. Yeah.
Yep, that's right. Yeah. If you're thinking about it, just do it. Don't be scared. Like, if you've never done it, don't be scared. You know, you gotta get out there. Everyone's been new at this. Everyone's, so just go out there, check it out. You don't even have to shoot.
We're incredibly welcoming, and we love to share what we're passionate about.
And if you're listening to this or watching it and you're like, this is something I think I would really be interested in doing, just come. You don't even have to shoot. Just come out and watch.
Yeah.
Just come out and watch for the evening. It's a great
no
time.
Pressure.
So Wednesday
at
every Wednesday?
Every Wednesday at 4.
4? Awesome.
Unless there's inclement weather, probably nobody's going to go.
Okay.
And then the third Saturday of every month. Yeah.
I love it. This is exciting. You're going to see me out there.
All right. You'll see me too.
Yes. You guys will see me. So just come and see me and come and see Crystal.
Yeah.
And we'll definitely, we'll make it welcoming and we'll have fun.
We certainly will.
If you have a kid, bring your kid out. I'm going to bring some bows for the youth and some really
and anybody
smaller
who
ones.
is an archer, if you have old equipment you'd like to donate to us, I would welcome that with open arms. It'll make it so I can initiate some of these programs that I have in mind. And,
I think it's great. And if you are really good at bows, like fixing bows or anything like that, or teaching people how to set them up, come out and share your knowledge with us, or just, while you're sitting there, because someone might not know, hey, you could add this to your bow, or maybe you need to tune it here.
Oh, I'm constantly learning more stuff myself. Yeah.
So, come, you guys, come out and share this beautiful piece of property with us and with Indian River Archers. And so... Any last words? Because we're going to have to wrap up this show.
I think that I'm really excited about this year. Let's go back to your intro. Goals, initiatives. Let's make it one to remember. Let's go ahead and start a new hobby or hone in on your old one.
Yes.
Let's just be productive and do more things with our families and be outside more.
Yes. And if anybody knows, I am a big proponent of that. Get your kids outdoors. Get them from behind that TV. And on their game system and things like that. Get them outdoors. This is a great event. You don't even have to like to hunt, or not hunt, but you don't even have to want to shoot. But maybe, get the kids outdoors. See if they like it. I guarantee you they're going to love it. So check it out, Indian River Archers.
Come out on Wednesday after work, and we'll welcome you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Oh, thanks for having me, Heather. This was great. And let's check in again in a couple months.
Let's
see where we're
do
at.
it. I'm excited for sure. All right, and thank you to my sponsors, Jake Witt with State Farm and B&B. And you guys, share this that's the biggest gift that you can give to me, is to share this episode with someone. And I love y'all, and go get outdoors.